Hi there, it's Howard here from HMB Music. I'm going to be talking you through the Yamaha P80 keyboard here. It's the bottom one. The Yamaha P80 came out in 1999 and it featured the graded hammer effect on Yamaha's keyboards, which is used in a lot of keyboards these days, where the bass notes are heavier in terms of the action than the treble notes. So the piano has 12 buttons for different sounds. It has the piano sounds, harpsichord, organs, electric pianos and some bass. So it's pretty versatile as far as pianos are concerned. It also has some effects and some recording functions. So we're going to go through all the different functionality that we have, and this keyboard came out in 1999, but it's still a very good keyboard even today. It's very solidly built. It's quite heavy, so you can use it for gigs. I've done that on many occasions, although now I have a light Yamaha piano which I generally use for most gigs, but it's still a very good piano for both live work and studio work. Now, I use it as a MIDI keyboard, particularly for controlling other modules as well as the sounds that you have on the piano itself. But anyway, I'll show you the main features and you can hear what it can do. Okay, so starting off, let's hear the main piano sound. Bass notes really have that sort of boomy sound that you want from a piano, and the upper notes, again, very tinkly sound. And it's got 64 note polyphony, which means that you hardly ever run out of notes if you're playing sustained passages and using up notes that way. So let's hear the basic piano first. By the way, I know that's in the wrong key. I'm just playing it just off the top of my head. That's Rachmaninoff. So you've got the main grand piano, and there's a variation on each button. So each of the buttons here we have variations. So you've got a rock piano which sounds a bit more bright. There's a jazz piano which sounds a little bit more mellow. Case of Welcome to Jazz Club. Nice. I should say nice. We've got an electric piano here. There's another electric piano variation on that sound, which I really like. Which sounds quite like the sort of Peter Gabriel sound used on a lot of his albums. Very nice. The next electric piano. That's the straight sound. A bit of Supertramp for you there. The harpsichord. Bit of Rick Wakeman there. The variation harpsichord is the double harpsichord. You do hear the release of the note, which is nice. It's got 2 string sounds. It's a straight string and then another string with an attack. Pipe organ, which is actually a very good sound. The variation on the pipe organ. There's a church organ and a variation. Which is very nice. I like the variation of the church organ. It's a jazz organ, typical sort of Hammond sound. Variation brings in the Leslie. Then there's a bass sound. And the variation adds a hi-hat, or no, so I should say ride cymbal. You can split the keyboard. And then have piano up here and bass down there. So you can have piano and an upright bass, kind of double bass sound there, which is nice. So those are your basic sounds. Mostly I use the grand piano. You can mix sounds together. One of the common ones would be piano and strings. To give a sort of nice wash of sound. You've also got some effects. There's a chorus, symphonic kind of chorus, tremolo, and a digital delay. You can change the touch sensitivity here, and you can transpose the instrument as well, which I rarely use that. What I do use a lot is the metronome, which you can play here and you can adjust the speed. There's a metronome here which is very useful for practice. I've got a recording function as well, which is very useful for recording improvisation, anything you want to record. Just hit the stop button and play it. Captures all the nuances of the performance as well, and then you can play along with that. So I could, if I play it. You can play along with your own tracks. So that's a very useful feature. You've got MIDI in and out, the usual MIDI in and out, and you've got a sustain pedal attachment, which is very nice for expression. I recently did a little service on this where I changed the octave above middle C and switched that with the bottom octave on, because I had a couple of sticking notes. But actually just actually moving them and cleaning them up a bit sort of unstuck them. So these ones, if I put a piano sound on, they're not sticking anymore, and these are not sticking either. Changing these keys is a lot trickier than some of the YouTube videos show, but I know how to do it properly now. Yeah, that's basically about it. You've got a lot of great piano sounds on these keyboards. They go very cheap on auction sites these days. If you can pick up one in good condition, it's still a great workhorse keyboard, and particularly because it's very strongly built and very nicely made. They just, as they say, they just don't make things like this anymore. Well, I think that's really true on the Yamaha P80. I love it. It's a great keyboard, and it's probably my most important keyboard in the sense that I use it for recording most of my solo material. Remember to like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing